Hi, this is Ed Kuvetl, and this is how to create a laser-sharp screencast on a 13-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display. So, this screencast is for you if you share the same goals that I have, and those are good performance on the MacBook Pro. Keep in mind that I have a special configuration that's a little bit more resource heavy and has a little bit more resources than the standard one, but I don't think the difference is going to be that big. I also want to have the webcam recorded in the highest resolution that the webcam allows at the same time and have like the picture in the picture all the time. I wanted to have sharp text on YouTube because I'm mostly gonna do screencasts about programming. But if you do anything that's related to text, you probably want to have that as well. And yeah, have the 1440p selection in the menu. And of course, I wanted to fit YouTube's aspect ratio, which is the MacBook Pro display comes like at something like 16:10, and YouTube is 16:9, so we have to do something about that. So here is a list of options that we have. The first one is QuickTime, which of course comes pre-installed with the MacBook, but it has no picture-in-picture and it is too slow. Then there is Monospace, which again is free. You kind of can record the webcam at the same time. The performance is good, but it doesn't really work out for reasons. Then there's Screenium, which is paid, but for me the performance just wouldn't work out, especially not if I was recording high resolution video. Then there's Open Broadcast software, which is free, but is more geared towards broadcasting, of course, and again, performance just not good enough. Keep in mind though, I was using the Atom editor, which is pretty resource intensive, so if you do something simpler, but then again, pretty much anything in the browser has similar requirements, and so yeah. So that leaves us with ScreenFlow. It is the best. It costs $100, but it's worth it. And as you can see, I didn't buy it yet. But yeah, it is the best. So while recording, in order to fit YouTube's aspect ratio, you probably want to change the resolution of your screen to to something that fits YouTube's aspect ratio. You can also cut it or add letterboxes afterwards, but these are kind of like bad solutions in my mind. So I'm using this tool, and it allows you to change the resolution to something like, yeah, this is basically the one. You want to have 1280 times 720 and use the high DPI, which means basically exactly twice the amount. And if you multiply 720 by 2, you get 1440, which is exactly what we wanted. So yeah, that's very important. Again, it is not free, but I don't think it's that expensive. I don't know. But yeah, this is how I do it now. And then of course exporting. Exporting is very important. So you can actually publish to YouTube directly, but only if you match the aspect ratio. Like if you record anything but a resolution that's 16:9, don't do it. It will like stretch it. It looks terrible. Or you can add letterboxes, which is like even worse, I guess, because then you have. I don't want to go into the details. Just don't do it. You can watch the other video where I talk about it in more detail. So yeah, you can do it. You select this label and then you upload it to YouTube directly. Or if you choose not to do that, you export it yourself, but don't scale it. Leave it at 100%. Actually, the default I think is 50. Change it to 100. And the other thing is use a data rate something like 5,000. So the way Screenium will do it anyway is, so it will use 5,000 if you have a 1080p video at 30 frames per second. So we have more than that. So actually 5,000 is even on the lower end, I guess, but the results were okay. But yeah, don't leave it at like, it defaults to something like this and the result will be terrible. So keep that in mind. These are the kind of tricks I figured out over the last couple of days recording a bunch of screencasts. And yeah, that's basically it. With these things, you can record screencasts pretty much anywhere you go. Just pick up your laptop, your MacBook, and you're good to go. So yeah, thanks for watching, and maybe see you in one of my coding tutorials sometime soon.